All right, so here we are. Here we gather yet again. Uh, no set agenda. Just ask questions. Shout out tickers, comment, you know, contracts, etc. A lot of people talking about this Google 210 September that just got hit here in the last 45 minutes or so. See a pretty large impact on the Google Net Premium. Google has earnings very soon, tomorrow. So yep, Google. What does the market look like? Detour, nice. Kind of quiet day in the premiums. I mean, I guess as soon as the Bears got they ate a little bit here, and then I guess presumably they sold off their puts. Not too much volatility today, to the point where like I'd really buy anything off this. Like, if you happen to catch a move up here and spy, I think good on you. But I don't think that there's anything too much of a signal here. I mean,
Your mic is kind of like not like laggy robotic, but like it's vibrating a piece of tinfoil while you talk.
there's probably because
That actually sounds good now. Maybe it's a
oh,
distance thing.
maybe it's a fan thing. Turn the fan off. Is it better?
Yeah, it's perfect now.
All right, yeah, it's probably the fan. All right. So yeah, personally, I don't see too much of a signal here in the net premium chart, or the market tide chart rather. But anyway, let's see here. So the first contract I have in the chat. Also, if you're joining us on YouTube, just say whatever, and the message will get to me. So the first one we got here. Oh, so in case you missed it, if you type in you type in a checker here. Oop, let's refresh that. FHN. Little flag here saying that this contract was shared already. Is that the one? Yeah, the 21P 815. This contract was posted in the Discord by this user right here. Let's take a look here. So we have 20,000 of the FHN. Let's take a look at the actual tape. Single leg flow here. This 20,000 volume is 76% of all FHN volume today, and it is trading significantly above average. So notable to say the least. Let's take a look here. So not an earnings trade. What is this ticker even? The description is like basically an advertisement, and we can't see too much of it. We need to get this box expanded. I'll make a note for that. But probably openers. One of those shitty ones where the bid ask is like 5 cents wide. So not loving it. But I mean, it is an opener. So who knows? Who knows? Chat is not popping. We need some help here, chat. What's Twitter saying here? Jesus, Wall Street Jesus, CNM. What do we got for CNM? By the way, this contract, typed in a comment there. The contract lookup page is just like so good. You see someone share a contract, you find it. It tells you can find out honestly so much more about it than they even know about it, just because the UI on Unusual Whales, I think it just gives you a touch more info than everyone else here. CNM, this is the only contract of note here. This is the one that he was referring to. So what do we got here? So 88% of total. This thing just doesn't trade ever. What even is this thing? DNM. So it's a utility stock, something to do with utilities. See, it's just like it just never gets any activity. Any activity that it gets is just like a big, large pop, right? So like here's a call that just traded at the bid, a big bid call, another bid call here, ask call here. So like it just doesn't really ever trade, which could be, when it doesn't trade and then it gets volume, that's a signal to some people. It's a signal sometimes. This one just doesn't really trade that much though, so I don't know. Whatever. All right, so let's see here. Next, we got the Hive August 3C. Hive, it's like a Bitcoin thing, isn't it? A lot of crypto flows lately. So we got the Hive 4C even. The 4C March, you didn't say that one, but that one is possibly maybe more notable. So what'd you say? You said the 813C. So the 813C is right here. I'll look that up as well. So here's the 813 strike call. So yes, indeed, very, very clear opening activity. 31K premium. So the name itself, I'm assuming it's kind of gone up decently, like most crypto stuff. This one's not too. I mean, I guess it was trading at like 150 here. Now it's not 150 anymore. So the 4C, with like over 600K in premiums traded, which isn't nothing, right? It's trading 4 times normal volume. Yeah, Hive. That's pretty much it for that one. Let's see here. Woof. Yeah, I've seen a lot of these like little small cap names. Everyone's getting FOMO from what is it, like Open, Neo, I mean like Neo's not even a good example. Like what is it, Open? What else was there? KSS, I guess today. Uh just the small cap mania kinda. So what do we got here? The Wolf, August 15th, 5C, August 15th, 5C right here. Yep, so another 53-ish. Gonna mute you. All right. Woof right here. Yeah, so not the most premium. What is this? Does this have earnings? I think it might have earnings soon. Nope. Never mind. Earnings is in 50 days. Let's take a look at the tape. Probably buys to open if I had to guess just by looking at it. Don't know what the thesis is. Perhaps just some small cap, just a small cap play. I know some people just literally bought KSS because they're like, oh, the last time, stupid meme stocks went stupid, it was KSS. So I don't know. When it works, it works. Next, we got Bitfarm, another crypto, another funny money play here. The September 2C with 84K in premiums. The standout contract of the day for this ticker, BitF. So yeah, just like a little lotto ticket kind of thing. What other crypto? So the Galaxy calls open July 14th here. These were sold yesterday. See a large decrease in open interest. The ETH A call spreads are still open, so they have. Oops, wrong candle. Click that one. The ETH A call spreads. Well, there's a single leg flow, and then there's the call spread flow. So the single leg is the activity on the 16th, right? So you see 16th, 2 big ask side candles. There's no activity on the 16th for this specific contract. But then on the 17th, you see a candle of 5K here and 2,500 here. You see a candle of 5K here, 2,500 here. So, they're linked. 27.32. It's a $5 wide call spread. But now we have this big candle here, what happened to the open interest after that? So open interest went down. So it looks like they bought their short call back at a loss, at a 71-cent loss. So why would you do that? I mean, I don't know. Who knows why anyone does anything? Other crypto. What other crypto? Do I have any other crypto? PayPal's not really crypto. Got it. Yeah, not much crypto here. Well, there was this one. I guess it looked like maybe some flow, but I'm not so sure anymore. So on, was it the 17th? When was it? Yeah, maybe. I think it was no, it was the 8th. I think it was the 18th. Yeah, it was the 18th. I think that we originally saw it here. Large volume, large increase in open interest, and then some more volume the next session right here. Not too much increase in open interest, so that makes me believe that the contracts were probably handed off. I mean, I guess they are they're back to even. So like if you tailed the flow, even though it doesn't seem like it was that great of flow, you're in the plus at least there. Is Iron a bit a crypto thing? I think it is, right? Those calls yesterday ran up pretty good and then kind of fell back down to earth. So more volume today, but probably multi-leg. What is it multi-legged with? They could be opening a call spread, maybe. Uh, yeah, you'll have to see open interest tomorrow. It could have been a call spread yesterday to begin with. I mean, the volume was 9,100. No, maybe not. All right. Moving on here. So Leap says KSS. I think. No, there was one KSS flow that I saw. I saw it today. So I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna pretend like I saw it yesterday. I saw it today. How did I see it? What did I do? All I did was I went to the KSS Open Interest Explorer. And I think I just looked at the greatest change, the single for the call side at least. Was it this one? Yes. So it was this one. So yesterday. So let's pull up yesterday's chart, right? So this is the KSS 10.5 strike calls expiring this week, yesterday. So this is what the chart looked like yesterday. I'm going to scroll down the historical data so you don't see today's data. So pretend this is yesterday. Today's the 22nd. Yesterday was the 21st, obviously. So there's this much volume. There's 13,000 contracts. So I know some people saw this. I saw some other people on Twitter talking about this. So you see this volume, right? So if you asked me what the change in open interest would be, I'd tell you that you'd probably see like, I don't know, just judging by the numbers, like I don't know, 10,000 maybe. But you look at it, and it actually only went up by 5,000. So like some of these, like a lot of scalping took place yesterday, is what we know today, given this change in open interest, right? So we know that at least around 5,000 new contracts were carried over. And then lo and behold, right at the open, we have like a 4,500-ish candle here. And the stock is that high. So like there's really no reason someone will be buying the 10.5 now at this point. So like it's whoever carried that stuff into today, that's them selling it right there. So did they get lucky? I don't know. What were they buying them? The average price yesterday was 12 cents, $12, however you want to call it. And they got out for 8.67, which is just insane. There's been so many of these. The other one that was the open. We didn't look at the open, did we? Did I already get rid of it from my thing? I did. What was it? The open. It should probably still have a lot of open interest on it. Maybe. What was it? The 1.5. I don't think it was 2027, wasn't it? Was it August? Yeah, it's this one right here. So this one so the open 1.5 August on 7/16 had a shit ton of volume here. So 50,000 volume. You see it right at the open. There's like a 25,000 pop, large change in open interest, and then you can see if you just look at the chart, you can assume that this is probably them selling, and lo and behold, open interest drops a whole lot. So like we've confirmed that they've sold a whole bunch of their contracts. And this one was 26 cents, $26, whatever you want to call it, to 188. And if you just look at the premiums traded, like it was a multi-bagger. So there's a lot of FOMO for sure. So I think people they're just throwing darts at like every small cap that they can get their hands on. I'm gonna mute you, Tom. Sorry about that. All right. So I know Jay Bleeze is into the NCLH. the roll. So this is the third leg. This was a 20C rolled into a 22C, and now is a 24C. So like, and CLH. What was the expiration on that thing again? 9/19. So the current leg is the 24. So they also had the 20 and they also had the 22. I said that backwards, but whatever. So let's just take a look at them in order. So in order, we have the NCLH 20. So the 20s, what do we got here? So the 20s were opened here, 30K volume, 18K volume. So we'll say 50K total. Lo and behold, I guess maybe not 50K. I guess 48K was a better estimation, but this is them getting out. Buy, they're getting out here, but they're not closing the position and calling it a day. They're rolling it out. So when they close the 20C here, they open the 22C right here. But then they close the 22C just a few sessions later. So what was this? This went from 165. If I move, so I'm putting the cursor. So if you look to the left of where my mouse thing is, if you just look all the way to the left of the box, there's average fill 165. Then if you see right here, average fill 243. So rolling for a profit, you can see it on the chart obviously as well. And then the 24C. So here's where they are at currently. They have, but they've sized down. So actually, that's a good observation. So this originally was 47,000, right? So 40. So maybe you could someone can do the math, right? This really isn't the hardest math to do. You just say 30,000 contracts at 138 plus 18,000 contracts at 110. So you do the math on that, whatever that adds up to. Now you say, okay, so now they took profit at 268. You multiply that by 47,000 contracts. But now when they open the 22C, so what do they do? So hold on. So they closed. So yeah, so when they actually took a shit ton of money off the table. So you see here, so the position was 47,000 contracts. So I guess I have the notepad handy here. So 30,000 at 138. We'll say 17,000 at, what is it? 110. So then and then they sell all of those. So sell all 47 at 268, right? So they're more than doubling their money basically. But then they didn't roll all of them, right? So when they closed their position, they closed every single one of their 22C. But when they they closed all of their 20C, excuse me, they closed all of their 20C. And when they started the 22C, they sized down to 13,000. So now the position is 13,000 here, it's 13,000 here. So now, yeah, so they size down hugely. They're probably going to make money on this trade. So even if the 24C goes to 0, they're probably going to still have made a shit ton of money. So let's see here. So 30,000 times 138. So 414,000. 17,000 times 110 equals 1,870,000. So they sold all at 47 times 2.68. Oops, I need to go 47 times 268. Okay, so they bought for 6 mil, right? So they bought for 6 mil, sold all at 12.5 mil. And then when they opened the 22C, they only opened 2 mil worth. So the 22C only 2 million worth. And then they rolled it for they made a mil profit, right? You see about $1 million here. We're just doing some quick napkin math. 1 mil. And how much did they pay for these guys? They paid 2 mil here. So this position only cost them 1 mil. So now they have what, 6 mil profit in their pocket. And they have a 24C, that cost, well, how many do they have? They have 13,024C that cost them 1 mil. So they could sell right now, and if they sold it for 152, well, on. So let's see here. So they sold for a mil. I can't do the math, but they could feasibly sell their entire position right now and make money. So and they could even lose this whole position and still make money, right? So they'll roll. I guess you have to go too far into depth there, but that's the kind of stuff you need to think about. Like, hey, this whale has already made all the money that they need to make. The position can go to zero; they're still gonna have made a bunch of money. Let me double back here because someone had an interesting thing that I wanted to look at here. So it was the Med P. So I don't know what the ticker was, but it went just absolutely ballistic. Someone traded the 320 call, the 370 call, and the 260 put in like a multi-leg trade. The name's up 55% today, so you can obviously imagine how nice that must feel for anyone who's in a long position. So you can see yesterday we have right at the close. Yesterday, right at the close, we're looking at a 2-day view here, right? So this is yesterday. The first half is yesterday. Second half is today. Yesterday, today. Yesterday, today, right? So at the end of yesterday, there was a big 230, 270 call opener, 260 put opener. It doesn't even matter if the puts were bought or sold because the call spread has made just like a stupid amount of money, right? So what? 1650 minus 330 is 1320, max gain of 50. So, either way you cut it, if this was a long put or a short put, just an absolute like insane yeah, I don't know. I just wish something like that would happen to me for once in my life. Yeah, so yesterday closed at 308. Now it's trading 482. Big money. Yeah, anyways. Let's see here. Go back to the chat. How we doing here? So we're just kind of hovering around highs. Let me real quick before I get to this next change, take a look at what Goog is doing. Goog 210, what are we up to? All right, so we're just chilling. That's a lot of volume. It's a lot of money for sure. All right, so we got the next contract was a seg 337. Here it is, the first one that we can see right here. So let's take a look. So clearly, probably an opener. Probably these candles are both probably opening. Let's take a look at the old flow here. Gotta set a minimum premium just to weed out some of the smaller trades here. So what do we got here? Do have multiple timestamps, which is always something to look for. Probably buys to open, I guess. Not an earnings trade because earnings isn't for 15 days. This is the energy thing, right? Yeah. So this thing has been in the headlines recently. I forget exactly for what. Was it them that had like a Microsoft thing, or was that might have been something else? I don't remember. Yep, an opener. Don't know exactly what the play could be. But yeah, thank you for sharing. Let's see here. Next we got APH. The August 15 90p. August 15 put 90. So we have again just a clear opener. We're always generally going to be looking for the big single candle. Let's refer to my tweet, my pinned tweet. Not all volume is the same. Given 10,000 volume on this left-hand chart and 10,000 volume on this right-hand chart, which looks like a whale to you? The answer is the one on the left. And it's not always the case, right? The single candle is not always an opener, right? This leaves out some information, right? This is just like a very basic way to look at it, but we also need to consider things like open interest, ask side activity, bid side activity, multi-leg activity, stuff like that. Let's see here. YouTube viewer is curious about Lucid. Lucid. what was the news? I think earlier this week, or not earlier this week. It would have been like last week. They said something about someone invested in them. I think. Any change? So it's already popped 10% today. So instead of looking for something to chase, let's actually just see if there was any flow before. So what I'm doing is I just want to look at like the net premium chart yesterday, see if there's any kind of big, just anything noticeable. And I guess we see that the put premium dropped here, which is at face value bullish. And then the call premium jumped here, which is also at face value bullish. We don't know what the contracts are. We need to take a look. So we'll do that now and see if we can find anything. We might not be able to find anything, but if we can, that's better than obviously not being able to find something. So I need to look at yesterday, the 21st, LCID. I'm looking for like an ask side call, which I think we have here. Was it the 4-5? Yep. So Lucid yesterday, the 4.5 strike calls. August, big volume, big change in open interest, big money. Midday, right? Just about at 1:00 p.m. You can see 1:00 p.m. here. Now the only downside is that like it's just so far out of the money that even with the name up 10%, the contracts are like actually doing no better than they were yesterday. It's just still so far out of the money. It's still almost 50% out of the money. So they needed a bigger move. But what was the put? What caused the put premium to drop? So let me just look for a put. I just want to find a bid side put with some premium behind it. Bid side. Was it the 3? Was it this one? What time was it? Do I looking for? Is that? No, it's not big enough. Could have been this one. Yep, so it's this one right here, the Lucid, for some reason, the 12p, so probably not actually interesting flow or useful flow, right? The stock's trading $3. Now, a lot of people on Twitter are going to say that or see this and maybe they're right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the one that's wrong. But like any kind of in the money put opener, they think it's like someone shorting puts. They think someone is betting that Lucid will end over $12 by expiration. And that's like not necessarily what they could be putting on, right? Like you could be a bull and put this trade on and not actually think it's going to end above 12. You might think it's going to go up and there's going to be a decrease in volatility, in which way you're kind of profiting two ways. But like, I don't know. So yeah, this activity yesterday is why the put premium dropped here, but I don't actually think that it's a bullish trade. So Lucid, yeah, I don't really think that there was a whole lot going on. And I mean, I guess the pop happened before. What happened July 15th? Maybe July 15th is what we really need to be looking at. So what happened on July 15th for call flow? 15th, this call flow here that they sold out of the next session. So that is why you can actually see the call premium go up here. You can see the call premium go up here, and that's this right. Let me change the scale so that it's the same. All right, so July 15th, you can see a big green candle here, which is causing this first increase in call premium. Then there's another one in the afternoon. That's this increase right here. And then the following day, you see the call premium drop, and that's from them presumably selling the position that they opened on the 15th and missing a move. It's unfortunate for them. But you can't always win them all. All right, let me go back to the chat here. Bean Man chiming in with the FFAI September 5C. I do believe I saw a few people maybe talking about that one. How is this doing now? So about 1040, 1045-ish. Damn, name's already up. I mean, this is just chasers, right? When the name's up 42%, you're only buying calls if you're if you're chasing. I think. I don't know at what percentage you're not chasing, but I know that at 52% or at 42% you're chasing. Right? I don't know what the cutoff is, but I know that 42% you're chasing. RXRX. The 7C August 1 right here. RXRX. So why was net premium dropping today? Looking for some bid side call premium, so it's probably this 6C right here. Probably gonna see a whole bunch of bid side candles spread out throughout the day if I had to guess. No, just the one. So this contract was the reason it dropped here. So we had a big opener here. They closed it here. Oh yes, they actually made a good money. So if you happen to see the RXRX flow on Friday, if you saw this on Friday, 20 minutes before the bell, these are opened at a 27 average. And then it looks like a large part of them were closed out. Yeah, so it looks like they closed out half, or not half, a decent chunk yesterday, and then the rest today. Yeah, so this candle is about 10,000. This candle is 5,500. This candle is 5,000. So like the math is pretty close. I'm very confident that tomorrow we will see a decrease in open interest. But anyways, you were mentioning the RX7C. So the 7C is right here. A clear opener, should see open interest increase tomorrow. What is this thing anyways? Not an earnings trade. A pharmaceutical. Another pharmaceutical that people were checking out. What was it? Rappel. That one got stomped on today. What was it, like minus 75? Yep, minus 77 now. I forget exactly what the headline was. I just saw that it was getting dunked on. Let's see here. I just want to check on Google again. It's just so much money. It's crazy. That's not to say sell your fucking house and buy Google calls, right? I'm just saying, it's just an observation. It's a lot of money. It's 26 mil, right? All right. Let's see. Anthony chiming in with a potential learning opportunity here. PDD, August 22, 110 call. 110 call. What do we got here? So we had a big bid side opener on the 18th, on Friday. You can see there's a big, 10,000 volume. Open interest increases by about 10,000. So, they opened their contracts. They actually opened 22K back here. And I believe this was posted in the Discord, right? I think Slyless posted this at first, back on July 8th. It had a pretty meaty drawdown. It had over a 50% drawdown. So if you held there, you are more courageous than I would have been. But yeah, so anyways, they opened 22K here. They opened 20K here. Open interest balloons, 20K overnight. And then you could have, in the moment on the 18th when you saw this 10,000, you could have presumably thought, hey, they closed half their position. But no, they didn't, because the open interest increased. So this was could have been them, could have been someone else. More contracts were opened. Now we don't necessarily know if they're long or short, but does the tape tell us anything? Let's see. Does the tape lean one way or the other? The tape kind of sucks, honestly. So hard to say. No, I mean, I guess these were probably. But yeah, I mean, if you see here, you can see that the fill. So these 4 transactions that I'm just kind of aimlessly scrolling over, this 10,000, it's exactly 10,000 volume, pretty much. This is one trade and probably a buy, given it's filling 510 here, 510 here, 510 here. They must have cleared out every single existing 510. So the bid ask was probably something like, it was probably 415, 510. Honestly, that was probably like the true bid ask. Yeah, and it got what? I don't know. It's hard to say, but these are probably bought. Yeah, so 30,000 long open interest in the PDD 110. Some nice big flow yesterday. Even with this, oh no, that wasn't yesterday. That was on the 18th. Yeah, I was gonna say. So what happened yesterday? PDD had a big call premium spike yesterday. PDD yesterday. Big call, 115. That's the 115. Oh yeah, the 115 August 29 with a big fat 10K. The November. Oh yeah, they were all over this shit yesterday. The November 120 10K. Um, they riding this one? Yeah, they're shorting the 110. Yeah, they were all over that shit yesterday. I don't know what I was doing. I must have been asleep. Yeah, cool. I know a lot of people saw that. I didn't see it, but I know a lot of people did. So congratulations. Let's see here. We got a YouTube comment from like 15 minutes ago. Sorry, I'm like not super live with the chat here. Just got an alert for the Oclo 70C. Let's take a look at the 70C. Yep, so we see immediately here, big opening, probably skew to the ask, 4.6 mil. Oclo. Yeah, so definitely openers probably. And then a nice move. What do we got here? So it overlaps earnings, so potentially an earnings trade. Potentially an earnings trade. I don't know anything about like the nuclear stuff. I just know that it's like kind of it's a theme, right? It's one of the themes of the year. But I don't know anything about it. Yeah. But yeah, interesting flow for sure. YouTube comment. Interesting flow for sure. Uh let's see here. We got the Zim shipping, the Zim. This guy right here, 10K or 12K of the August 14P. So just like a quick disclaimer, I'm sure you've heard me say this before, but just because we see like so the net premium chart only returns what it's been given. It doesn't know if something's been bought, right? Like this isn't going up. The put premium isn't going up because puts were bought. It's going up because ask side puts were transacted. That's it, right? You see a lot of people, maybe some of the other flow services, they say if the line goes up, oh, puts are being bought right now. That's not necessarily true. Puts are just being transacted at the ask, so that's why your little scanner is showing that the line is going up. They're not actually being bought. All right, so like these people who are peddling these services that say it's being bought, it's just I hate it. I hate it so much. But anyways, let's take a look at this tape because maybe they are being bought, maybe they're not being bought. The tape does not look like it will help us in this instance. Well, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Oh, IV does decrease slightly. Well, well, I guess one of the problems is we only have like 2 timestamps really to look at here. Uh, hard to say. And this Zim has like geopolitical, uh, like it's affected by geopolitics is I guess what I meant to say. Like, if the bad people over there shoot a lot of rockets at ships, that's probably bad for Zim. But I don't know what they're up to, so who knows? So it's been volatile-ish. I mean, I think it pays like a pretty fat dividend too, doesn't it? Let's see here. Do we have the yield? 6.29. I think that's wrong. I feel like that's low. feel like that's low. Oh no. Yeah, I guess they just stopped doing their like insane dividend. Yeah. All right. Anyways, let's see. Next, we got the donut. Oh yeah, another shit code that the FOMO's 62 times normal volume. That's insane. Um, yeah, that's a shit ton of volume. These guys going for like 50 cents, 60 cents. Yeah, it's just like it's a little ominous when all these little shitty companies say, for lack of a better term, start doing this, right? There's no reason Krispy Kreme should be up 25% today, right? There's no reason open stock should have went up 7 times in the last week, right? Um, yeah. Anyways, I don't know how to say your name. Your Odie says, "You are so chill, bro. I'm inspired to be like you." You know what? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's I'm touched. I'm touched. I'm glad you think I'm chill. Um, let's see here. So we got EQT next. Peep the market real quick here. Peep Google real quick. I don't have the Google calls just in case anyone's wondering. I'm just interested to see how it goes. All right. So the EQT, the weekly 57s. Why is this doing this? I typed in EQT. EQT. All right. 57 weeklies. What is EQT's energy, right? I think, or is it something else? Yeah. How do I energy? Yeah, energy. Okay, so EQT earnings today. Yeah, so earnings today. So obviously, anything can happen. Yeah, it's probably buys because I mean we have the 58 timestamp, or we have on the same timestamp. The bid is just like it's cleared out, or the ask rather gets cleared out. Um, what I guess we could do. I can go to the calendar, earnings calendar. Let me close some of these tabs here. So today, EQT, where's EQT? Here it is. What does EQT do historically? So historically, you're better off not buying EQT options, puts or calls, because historically, the day after earnings, it's usually not that much. The move is not that high. Well, I mean that's the trend, right? It's or at least that's what I see. I just see, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the last 11 earnings. It didn't exceed the expected move, right? So like, if I was a betting man, I would not buy EQT call options. Now that said, obviously anything can happen. Let's click around at a couple others. So we got Tesla, Google. Any other fun ones? I guess we could just check out what NXPI did. I think next week has some pretty juicy earnings too, right? No, next Apple, Amazon. Let's see, PayPal. All right, so we've opened up a good few here. So Tesla, mixed bag, but like a big move often. Not as of late, but before these two kind of nothing burger earnings, it was a big move for like 2 years straight. And I vaguely recall it being a pretty crazy 2 years with a lot of fucking massive earnings moves. Google, mixed bag, right? Kind of 50-50. NXPI, what's it? Oh, it's flat. it came back? What? Wasn't it down like a shit ton today? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, so I guess that's gonna be flat. So that's keeping the trend. That's like a nice trend follower. Apple, not great. Not great. Wouldn't be loving a call position or a put position rather, or both, I guess. Because I guess you could say in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in 5 of the last 7, it hasn't exceeded the expected move. Amazon, mixed baggy. PayPal, mixed bag, but when it doesn't make the move, it trades lower, right? So like it's either going to be flat or it's going to be below or it's going to trade down is the trend ish. So like maybe writing like a far out of the money call spread or something is like a potential trade. I don't know. You can be creative with that kind of stuff. All right, so let me just quickly look at the chains that I'm following just to see if there's any. Oops, I misclicked there. Just to see if anyone's moving anything. This page is a bit laggy because of this column right here. If I turn this column off, it'll speed up. Yeah, let's just turn it off. All right, refresh. All right, cool. So Google, 70K volume now on those. We're probably gonna see like 60K open interest tomorrow, at least 60K. Lucid, these are the ones that they already got into, right? Or no? Yeah, I guess they. I don't know. Why was this on there? Someone requested this one, right? Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna get rid of that one. Cores, the cores call spread from today is that looks like it's up just a hair. Here's the core spread if you guys missed it. The 15-20 strike December call spread for about 52,000 total contracts. Yep, so that's cores. FHN that was added today by this chat. Nike, are they selling? Did they sell the Nike? Yeah, no, I guess we have to check open interest tomorrow. Check open interest on the Nike October 80 straight calls just to see what this candle might have been. What else do we have here? Did we already talk about the Microsoft roll? Maybe we didn't. I don't remember if we did. It happened right before we went on air, so to speak. So we have this big activity from June 9th. June 9th, 20,000 contracts traded. Open interest goes up to about 20,000. So we're going to estimate that our whale is about 20,000 contracts large. We have a big, I don't know if they're clearing out. I don't know if they've sold along the way or not, but they're closing and rolling about 12,000 contracts here. You can see 95% multi-leg activity. So we know that 95% of all of this volume is attached to another contract or stock. So when you see that, you got to investigate it. So you can see all of these fills were attached to another contract. That's what this little symbol stands for. That's what this legs MLO stands for. It stands for multi-leg options. The trade code that every exchange issues to every transaction also tells you that it is a multi-leg trade. So what is it multi-legged with? It is multi-legged with the 565 November 21 calls. So they opened these back on June 9th, as I said, at 516. You can see the average fill right next to my cursor. Average fill 516. They're selling them for, again, kind of look to the left of my cursor here. Average fill 1227. And then these November 565 calls were traded for 774. So if you do the math, I think well, I guess it depends. It's hard to know how many contracts that they're actually. Well, hold on here. So they're probably opening more then they closed because daily volume here is 15K. This one's only not even 13K. So they're probably taking some money off the table. Or no, they're not. I guess they're putting a little bit more on maybe. Well, no. So they're selling these for 15.5 mil, and opening these is only 12. Yeah, so I guess they're taking some money off the table. So like they're doing something. You know, this trader obviously knows what they're doing. So who knows? Now, we don't know necessarily if they're playing with house money. Maybe we can check. Like what was the premiums on the 9th? The premiums were like not 11 mil, and then they're selling this for 15 presumably, and they're buying this for 12. So maybe they're just trading positions or something, and then while taking a little bit off the table. Who knows? Just trying to piece together what's happening by just using context clues. So the Google 190 August 15th that you guys may have seen here earlier today, that was not a clear opener. It could have been a sell, given the high open interest and the volume is nowhere near. If you zoom out a little bit, there's some activity here on July 8th. That was an opener, a pretty hefty opener. So I wonder if we see open interest decrease tomorrow on those. Yep. All right. Let me look back at the chat with the SAP. SAP 340. We got a big multi-legger here. Looks like a juicy. Was it 4? How many legs do we got here? So many of these contracts have a high multi-leg percentage. So which one did you say? You said the 340. Do we have like a call spread, put spread combo thing going on here? What do we got? Let's see. Let us see. Doo -doo -doo. Yes, we do. So it does indeed look like a 320, 340 call spread with a 270 short put to finance. So it's still going to cost them money. If you do the math, 485 minus 123 minus 115. So if you add, so 115 plus 123 is what? 238. So 247, 247 debit, max gain 20. 247 debit, max gain 20. Max loss $27,000 if SAP goes to 0. SAP is not going to go to 0, right? So you're not going to lose all 27,000 of your dollars, but that is it's a hefty amount of risk to put on, that's for sure. What is this? Oh, it has earnings today. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this one. This one, what is the expected move here? Expected move is this one doesn't have too many expirations. It's one of those ones that have multi or the monthly only maybe. So expected move for the August monthly is 5.67%. How far are the money is the 320 leg? The 320 leg is it's inside the expected move. I'll watch this. I'm interested. Damn, Burlington fucking coat factory. What a name. Like, look at this thing. So they opened the puts here. This big put opener is this right here, and then it's just a rocket ship right from there. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. This trader's like 90% win rate. Whoever this Burl trader, 90% win rate. Burl. If you just go all the way back to literally last year, they started shorting about just literally almost exactly a year. They started shorting a whole bunch of puts. Someone was kind enough to, can we find it? He made a chart. He charted all the burl. How do I do this? How do I do this? He charted all of the different whales. Let's see. Is it coming up? No. How do I get there? Man, Twitter search sucks. Maybe I suck. I don't know. You know what? I bet if I does he at me here? Nope. Was it this guy? I think it's this guy. Does he? Oh, look at this guy. Big UW fan. Love to see it. What's the date? Oh, that's not too far. Maybe it was a different guy. Some guy charted basically just like every time. Is it this one? Quotes? I don't know. But anyways, this trader has a very good win rate. And obviously, I don't know exactly that it's the same person, but it's the same person. I know it's the same person. Let's see here. Oh, Skills. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Skills, another shitco, up 10%. The 8 strike 815 up today. Yeah, so they're trading 40 times normal volume. This is 60%. Yeah, so like retail is just trying to hit every poopy little shitty stock is the nicest way to put it, really. And if it's working, it's working. Congratulations, for sure. It's an exciting time. It is definitely a FOMO-licious time for sure. What's Goog up to again? Just chilling. All right, 3 minutes till close. 3 minutes to close. Ask me what you want to ask me before I wrap this up for the day. And since we didn't do this last week, I'll do another one this week. So we did an hour today, and then we'll probably do one Thursday, if I had to guess. Thursday. All right. Let me just run through these last quick here. We got the KMI August 1st, 28th. Yep. So we got KMI. Ooh, is this a closing trade? It's probably a closing trade from yesterday, because yesterday there was a lot of volume. There was a lot of new open interest today, and now there's some more volume. I guess theoretically they could be adding, but let's take a look. Yeah, are they selling? Are they selling here? Did they open, close? Open, close? Well, the volume's not the same. This one's 8,000. This one's like 6,000. So there's 2,000 contracts missing potentially. Not an earnings trade. So who knows? You could see open interest go up by 6,000 tomorrow potentially. Yeah, you could see it go up by 6,000. You could also see it go down by 6,000. Let's see here. C-Web. The C-Web, you wanted this from last week. I can see it right there. See big fat open interest, so it kind of stands out. C-Web. Oh, nice little move here. So we have back to back. So we have 9,500 here, 9,500 open interest, 2,000 here, 2,000 more open interest. So it looks like back to back hits on this guy. Man, these are pricey as shit. $8. Yeah, $8 pretty much. What is this? Oh, it's China Tech ETF 2x leverage. Yeah, China has had a good run lately. Ooh, if only they had gotten in a day earlier, that would have been a real nice gainer. But yeah, nice. That's a nice hit if you got in on that. Simon asks, I saw that earlier and I chuckled. He says, "Give us an example of a flow that would make me sell my cat and go all in." I don't have a cat, so unfortunately, it's hard to imagine a scenario in which I'm giving up my cat that I don't have. But you just don't over leverage. There's nothing really worth going all in. I know there's like if you pay attention to like Wall Street Bets, there's the guy Sir Jack a lot or Sir Jack's a lot, whatever, however you say his name. He's like the guy who goes all in on a single name, does it like 4 or 5 different times. Now he has a shitload of money, right? Like that's like far and few between what actually happens, right? If you try to do that, yeah, you could get lucky, but you have to hit multiple times in a row, you know? So yeah, just don't over leverage, right? There's plenty of opportunities, right? You miss one, there's gonna be another. I promise. I promise. For something like open, I guarantee, and someone said this, I think it might have been Lily, if you guys know who that is on Twitter. I think she might have said something like there's maybe it wasn't her. I think it wasn't her. It was like some random dude. Some random dude. He just said that there was more money was lost in the last 2 days on open than was made during this whole run up. And that's probably true. That's probably true. So make your money when you can. Get out. Live to fight another day. There's plenty of flow out there. All right. I think that's gonna be it. And then yeah, we'll be here. We'll say Thursday, right? Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern. So yeah.
Works for
See you
me.
guys then.